So, Tim, there was a lot of potential today. None of it worked out. Just none of it. It went chalk. All the favorites won. And moving on, no game set.
Hey, Aiden Hutchinson went second. That's kind of interesting.
My team traded down and then took someone that no one thought was going in the first round. The hell do I care about the NFL draft?
Yeah, my team traded for Kyler Murray's old college teammate, who has so far been a huge NFL disappointment. So that's what we did.
You guys like undersized skill players. What can I say?
Love him. Just love him to death. I love that he's a year away from being paid.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, especially after losing Christian Kirk for nothing.
Yeah.
So
he got
that's
paid.
great. Well, that's the thing. You can't even be mad about it because of how much he made. But yeah, tonight had
Robert Sarver threw up in his mouth when he saw that contract.
Right. Yeah, I think that had some things gone differently today, this would have been an undisputed First Take knockoff podcast. But
so you're saying it's not normally? That's good.
No, I'm just saying this is going to be pretty missionary, but we're going to try to spice it up a little bit. Tony can't believe.
Sorry, yeah. I'm extra giggly today. We did an opening to this podcast previously. It went dark, so we restarted. So I apologize. Go ahead, Tim.
Yeah, went really dark. We really should stop drinking before these things, before we go on. So we're not doing intro music, I guess.
No.
All right.
I don't know if you've been paying attention, but we haven't done intro music for the playoffs.
Right. Yeah. We're raw dogging it out here. So the Doc Rivers thing, I would have enjoyed so much coming on this podcast if they had lost this game. That was the thing I was looking to most. A lot of you out there got very upset about Doc's comments about being asked, hey, what's it like to be a fuck up and blow so many 3-1 leads? My response would be, what is he supposed to say? Like, is
short of fuck you?
Exactly. Like, how's he supposed to respond to that and still keep some sense of dignity other than fuck you or just, yeah, you're right. God, I am a fuck up. Like, I don't expect him to fess up to it. He's got a family and grandkids that I'm sure he'd love to buy nice things for. So,
well, I mean, they've also latched on to some pretty successful people as well. So
they've done a good job. They've done well. I mean,
they've kept them in the family, shall we say?
Yeah. So Raptors, hell of a series. Didn't think you'd win a game. You won 2.
Such a bummer.
Nick Nurse really is the best coach in the league. He's incredible.
So
James Harden,
do you want Nick Nurse? If you're the Lakers, do you want Nick Nurse or Quinn Snyder?
Can I just say this? I'm going to do the Utah thing now. I don't understand the Quinn Snyder thing. This team has been one of the most consistently underperforming playoffs teams of the last 6 years.
Or are they just overachieving? That's how they're getting to the playoffs. And
no, I don't think so. I guess we'll find out if he went and coached LeBron James and Anthony Davis. But this team has been one of the biggest disappointments in the entire league. It's tough for me to say that guy should be the next head coach of the Lakers. I don't think I'd be chomping at the bit to get him. That being said, I think that we get too caught up in this retread thing where if it's not new and shiny, we're not as interested in it, which is why it took him so long to get another job. Sometimes that second stop is exactly what a guy needs, but I don't see it with that. I mean, to be at the helm of a ship that is so consistently never made a Western Conference Finals, was a 1 seed, I believe, twice in the last 6 years. So 6 years straight playoffs, no Western Conference Finals. Every time they were eliminated, it was completely disappointing. So I mean, I don't think there's any love lost between the Utah fans and I, but Jesus, guys, like
No, you
there
don't
were,
think so?
I just thought there were some ugly people there tonight. Like I really did. I texted you this. It was like every time they were
You
going
did.
to the crowd, I was like, who's that? Vernon Maxwell's Twitter
Maxwell.
account. I was thinking of him the whole night. Just a lot of ugly fucking white people out there. So I guess good luck, Danny Ainge, rebuilding this. No players want to come there in free agency. In fact, they actively want to leave every time they get there.
You can't drink in Utah.
Mitchell seems like he's out. I mean, do we want to do that?
Even if he's in, who cares?
I'm thankful that the national media has finally caught on to the fact that the biggest difference between Mitchell and Booker is their defense. And what you would also see if you're paying close enough attention is Booker's playmaking ability is on a different level than Mitchell's. Yeah. I'm not just talking about their points per game average, folks. There's a lot more to basketball. Devin Booker has always been head and shoulders above Mitchell. It's nice to see the national guys kind of catching up to that narrative.
Yeah.
Rudy Gobert, I hope you enjoyed leading your team in win shares again.
I'm going to go ahead and start just pronouncing it Rudy Gobert. He hasn't earned his name.
The fancy version?
Yeah, he hasn't earned that.
You might be right. Led the team in win shares again. Congratulations. What's the
that's incredible.
Screen assist. Led in screen assist. Good job. Congratulations. You might win defensive player of the year. No, excuse me. Marcus Smart won that. So
yeah, remember 2 months did really
sorry
well.
About that. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, I've already been mad about that. So congrats to Utah.
He took a summer course in how to play defense in the NBA. And,
yeah, I mean, you can make the case that Utah is one of the most tortured franchises in the league if anybody felt bad for them. Problem is that most people dislike them actively and dislike their fans actively in the league. And so they don't really get enough credit for being the tortured franchise that I think that you can make the case that they are.
Yeah, I mean, they've got enough going on. I'll just leave that there. Yeah, I mean, Donovan Mitchell and the Knicks are really made for each other. I'm pretty sure I'm not the first person to say that, but he should absolutely be a Knick, and hopefully Kemba can stay there too, and hopefully he can be healthy. That'd be good.
A lot of shades of the Melo trade. You get this guy who's like between, I don't know, like on the high end. He's what, the 12th through the 22nd best player in the league.
Hold on. Melo was way better than Donovan Mitchell. Like way better. And by the way, that's not me saying I'm not saying that we're underrating Carmelo Anthony. I'm saying that we're overrating Donovan Mitchell. Like Donovan Mitchell's not close to what Carmelo was at the end of the Nuggets run. No.
Well, I know this. When the Knicks give up every single one of their assets for the next 10 years to get him.
Yeah. I wonder if RJ Barrett wants to be in Utah.
Hey, who knows?
It doesn't matter. He's going to get his ass traded. So, but I'm just curious.
Well, he's he's going to be an hour plane flight from his godfather, who's probably moving back to LA soon. So that's good. Point.
Maybe Nash will coach the Lakers.
I said that on a podcast several weeks ago. I got one of these faces from you that was just, oh God. Like here's the thing. I don't want to see any more bad stuff happen to Steve Nash. He
has gone, that man. Okay. I'm going to do this now. That man at every single turn, other than all the people that want to say, oh, he's perfectly fine. He made 150 minutes. That's not what I'm fucking talking about. What I'm talking about is at every point in his professional career, every single time the ball did not bounce his way. Our best opportunities that we had, we either got beat by a rapist, we got beat by a dude that, changed his name to something that's not even a name, and it got tipped in at the last second. We got beat by all these different, and obviously I'm talking about Kobe and meta world peace, formerly known as Rudder Test. But I mean, we get beat by Robert Ory, who, shoves Nash into the score table. We get, fucking the suspensions. There's so many different, he breaks his fucking nose. Like, there's so many things that happened throughout Steve Nash's career just with the Suns. And then when he leaves to go to LA, then he's hurt, and he's irreparably hurt and is never the same and retires. Now, all the while, he goes through just a horrific divorce where he wins custody. And the guy has been through a lot. The guy has been through way too much. Now he decides to take his first coaching job, and he's having to deal with a flat earther and a guy that still has burner accounts that are popping up and up and up seemingly daily. Did you see the latest KD burner that apparently came out?
I have, ever since his little feud with Barkley, I've always been a KD defender. The thing with Barkley was weird. His antics, really, ever since the playoffs started, have been weird. Here's the thing: you become who you spend the most time with, and KD's been spending a lot of time with Kyrie over the last 3 years, and I think a lot of Kyrie's attitudes towards basketball has rubbed off on KD. I don't think it matters in the same way to him. And by the way, that guy has probably made more money yesterday than I'm going to make in my life. So probably. I get it. I get, like, it's kind of hard to wake up in the morning with the same motivation when you're Kevin Durant, you're 33, you've won everything you've ever wanted to win in this league. Wow. And you probably have one of the nicest houses in Brooklyn. Like, I get it. But it's disappointing as a fan. I wish that he cared more about this stuff than he seems to. I wish that he and Kyrie cared more about this stuff. I mean, Kyrie is like smiling and laughing.
Yeah, but
it just sucks. It's like,
that doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me at all. What, you want these guys to be absolutely miserable when they lose? Like, I don't know.
No, I want them to be somber. I want them to act like I would if I lost a case. I don't want them to come out laughing. Like, I wouldn't be capable of joy if I came out losing a case 10 minutes later. And clearly they don't care because they've got so much money that it doesn't really mean the same to them. But
okay, but as a contingency attorney, I would imagine that, yeah, the reaction would be much different. They're making the same money, win or lose.
Yeah,
not to get too into the weeds, but what I'm saying is
100, like, but 100%. I'm saying, like, there's so many variations of this. Like, I'm more upset when I lose a pickup game than Kyrie was when he got eliminated from the playoffs.
Okay, all right.
Like,
all right.
I'm more upset when I lose 2K than Kyrie was when he got eliminated from the playoffs. Yeah, I mean,
we've gotten kicked out of the places that we play at.
I wish that they gave a shit, and they clearly don't. And that's okay. And there's been a lot of things written and spoken about this, but it's the number one issue facing the NBA is that a lot of its stars don't seem to care about the overall health of the sport.
I don't know.
It bugs me.
I mean, Devin Booker seems to really care. We don't really know much about Anthony Edwards. He seems to care. Pat Beverly obviously cares about something. I don't know what he cares about, but he obviously cares about something very deeply. I'm not saying guys don't care. I'm just going back to
care.
Luka, like the young.
I'm going back to the Tony Gonzalez thing where he famously said 3% of the guys in the NFL actually care about the sport. The rest just want the money. I think in the NBA, it's similar figures, maybe a little bit worse. And I think, unfortunately, in the NBA, they have stars that act this way during the regular season. I mean, Trae Young and the Hawks did this the whole fucking season.
Did they make the playoffs?
Barely. And then they make the playoffs and they get eliminated. And Trae's doing the same thing. It's like, guys, Again, I made more money yesterday than this whole room did in their lifetime. Like yesterday, or try last week, maybe just to be safe.
Yeah.
Than everybody in this room.
Yeah.
So, like, on one hand, I get it. It's human nature. When you make that much and you're that fucking famous, everywhere you go, people recognize you and want to take pictures with you. I get it on one hand, and I'm sad about it on the other.
Yeah.
I thought their reactions were sad. But again, people I think get maybe too caught up on this. And by people, I mean me. I mean, the Spurs partied with the Clippers after losing game 7. Famously, they went out to clubbing with them. Duncan, Parker, Jado, all these guys that you would consider all-time gamers. They just went out and clubbed with the Clippers in LA afterwards. They didn't really care. I mean, it's one of those things where the fans and the people who cover it care much more sometimes about the sports than the actual people playing it. And that sucks, but it's very much true, seemingly, with specifically 2 Net stars.
I would say, at least for me, I think fans definitely allow themselves to be more emotionally manipulated by the results of the game. That's certainly true. I don't know if the fans care more.
I think I'm going to say something kind of depressing. I think normal people have less to live for than basketball stars.
Absolutely. That's not depressing. So you're saying that
it's more like if the Suns lose, it ruins my month. Okay. But these guys, it's like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go home to my mansion with Kylie Jenner and we're going to go on a vacation to France. Like it's going to be fun.
Who's going with Kylie?
Oh, you'd act like I know the names of these people. I only have so much room in my head for famous people that are famous for bullshit reasons.
Well, I only know Kendall because she's, the one that's dating my favorite basketball player.
Congrats. I hope that you got ample amounts of satisfaction out of knowing the difference.
No, I didn't. I didn't. But I do think it's funny that you're trying to act like you don't care about them. That's that I do find funny.
Don't.
So the thing that we've been not talking about is the thing that I think we need to talk about now. So, we're not celebrating because there's not really much to celebrate. The Phoenix Suns, team that won 64 games, broke a franchise record for wins in the regular season, 1 seed by, I believe, 8 games. Oh, we beat the 8 seed. We beat the New Orleans Pelicans in 6 today. Chris Paul went 14 for 14 from the field. Devin Booker played way too many minutes, but he's back. So, it took Devin coming back. It took him hitting a clutch 3 late. It took all of us to win in 6 against the Pelicans. I do think they're a worse matchup for us than Dallas is. I think we're going to play Dallas a lot easier. Again, we say these takes into microphones, record them, and post them. So I'm perfectly fine with being wrong. But my gut tells me that we beat Dallas in probably 5. We'll see. Especially since Devin's going to be healthier and assuming everyone stays healthy. We certainly have a much more complete team than Dallas. So we'll see.
We're assuming Devin will be healthier. He was holding his hamstring, scored 12 points, was complete non-factor on defense, couldn't move on offense. The defense started playing way off him later in the game, which was smart. Obviously it leads to the eventual 3, but playing off him, I think if he can't move like that is, here's the thing.
And he was 1 for 6 from 3. Like,
I'm on the record. I said it as soon as I heard he was coming back. It's the wrong decision.
Yeah.
Most doctors are saying there's no way he's healthy. He clearly was not.
So from the time that we heard that he was playing till the game, I was saying I'm hoping that the doctors cleared him. I'm hoping everything with that's kosher. I hope this isn't a KD situation, and I hope everything goes well. I'm happy he's playing. And then about 2 minutes into the game, what did I text you? I texted you that he definitely shouldn't be out there. It was obvious. At like 40% speed. he
was
should not be
obvious.
out there. That's when you can really fucking hurt yourself.
This is as mad as I've been at Monty since we've had him. I'm serious. Like somebody's got to be the adult in the room, and it's 100% on you to be that person.
Yeah.
I don't care if I don't care if he wants. I know he wants to play. I know his personality. I know he wants to play. But what I was watching out there is I wasn't even watching other plays. I was just making sure that he didn't when he fell down on one play, I actually lost 5 years off my life. So I'm sorry. I thought it was stupid. I thought it was reckless. I'm not sure that it actually helped us because of how limited he was on defense.
That's the problem is that great. As a fan, he's my favorite player. Love seeing him play. So for me, it was enjoyable. Were we better for it? I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's kind of the thing is that it didn't seem like we were better for it. It just seemed like we were risking a lot. And that's tough.
I felt because he had one rebound that you didn't see where he jumped over Jonas Valanciunas for a rebound.
That's great.
It felt like the last 3 years watching Rob Gronkowski go over the middle. It was very much, okay, get up. Okay, he's up. Is he fine? Okay, he seems good. Okay, cool. It's like a 7-8 second. Oh shit. Okay, we're good.
I mean, look, when he's holding it and he's running straight, I mean, how bad do you think it is trying to go laterally? Okay,
and he wasn't getting any lift on his shots, which is one of the reasons why he shot 1 for 6 from 3.
100%. And look, he's going to play game 1. There's no question. He's going to keep playing unless this thing gets exponentially worse. And I just wish that somebody would have told him no today, because I don't think we needed him to. I think ideally you don't need him to finish off the series. If it goes to game 7, maybe you risk it, but only if it goes to game 7, because
and don't play 32 minutes.
You said he was going to, they said he was going to play 24.
Well, so they said that he would only be playing in 6-minute increments, which then led me to believe that meant he would be playing 6 minutes.
That didn't happen.
Quarter. It
was like he played like the whole first quarter.
So he played the first 7 minutes of the first quarter and then didn't start the second half, but I think he had already played 15 minutes in the first half.
And then you just got to be better than that. I don't know what you're watching that I'm not, because he doesn't look like he's helping us all at all, and it looks like he's miserable. And you're playing in 32 fucking minutes a game. It's like
when he
Chris
was on
and DeAndre.
He seemed
Chris and DeAndre shot in triple digits for that first quarter, for that first half. Okay, and Chris obviously finished perfect. Chris and DeAndre had it going on.
Was it just incredible to watch?
Yeah, it was, but it was also infuriating. Because
enjoy something, Tim. Enjoy something.
No, there's nothing to enjoy.
Come on. Chris Paul went 14 for 14 from the field, and DeAndre Ayton, the soon-to-be Dallas Maverick, played. He is playing incredibly. He is playing the best basketball of his entire life, and it's so fun to watch. He's hitting shots that just 7-footers should not be hitting. They just shouldn't. He's making off his weak foot. It's so impressive. His footwork is incredible.
I'll be curious to watch the Dallas series. I'm curious to watch the Dallas series because
he should eat. He should devour Dallas.
Because it's not lost to me that we were down 10 at half in this game. It's one of those things. This series was not good for a lot of reasons.
No.
Chris played well in every game but one. DeAndre played well in every game.
Yeah.
The rest of the guys are still iffy, and they've been iffy for a while now. And if we're not going to get a lot out of them, it's going to be very tough to win with Devin Booker seemingly at 50%.
I don't even know if he was there.
Yeah, it's tough.
So the report from the Suns was he's at about 80%. I would say he was half that. I mean, the way that he was the lack of lift he was getting on his shots, the lack of off the dribble moves.
He wasn't moving.
He wasn't doing anything.
And he wasn't moving. Like,
especially early in the game, he started doing a little bit more as the game went on, because, you know, obviously that's just how the body works. But
yeah, I thought it was bad. I thought it was bad.
Didn't look good.
Look,
but this is also the DNA of a Arizona sports fan.
We won the series.
Yeah,
it's definitely good to be happy about that. That team is a lot better down the stretch than their record indicated after they got CJ. I think they really came together, and I think that they're much better than their record would suggest.
And Brandon Ingram played great, though as banged up as it seemed like he was at the end there. He played great.
Yeah, shout out. If Zion can ever like stop eating milkshakes, they're going to be fucking awesome.
No, he's just drinking Mountain Dew.
Yeah, well, whatever the fuck, like, I don't know what you have to do with him. Like, if you have to hire a nutritionist to like follow him around to the point where he's sleeping with Zion, I don't know. Like, it's fucking ridiculous though. And if he comes back and he's healthy, you guys are legit title contenders. So I just 100% they are.
Let's win a playoff series first.
100% they are. They almost beat the number one team in the league.
Yeah, but
up by 10 in game 6 at half. Like,
yeah, let's slow down. Should we have the campaign conversation now? No, leave it. Leave the fact that he just can't do anything productive on offense anymore.
He's been worse this year than last.
Way worse.
There's been signs for a long time. I wouldn't play him if I was Monty. Frankly, I'd stick him on the end of the bench and I'd put him in a jacket.
I mean, Aaron Holiday is not bad.
I wouldn't play campaign.
This isn't a Cam Newton, Jared Stidham situation where it's just like, my God, Jared Stidham must just be god awful in practice. Like, I've seen Aaron Holiday play. He's fine. Like, he's not great. Like, campaign certainly has a higher ceiling.
Sticks wasn't bad. We're playing him.
But he wasn't playing.
That's same thing.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't play him. I'm on record with that. I wouldn't have played Booker today. I'm on record with that.
What we want?
Dallas is going to be a much tougher opponent. I don't agree with you that they're easier than New Orleans.
We'll see.
I think Dallas is a much better team than New Orleans.
Respectfully, I disagree, because the thing is obviously Luka would be the best out of those two teams.
Yep.
But then it goes to Jalen Brunson, Maxi Kleber. I mean, the Pelicans have the second, third, and probably fourth best player if they were in a series together. I mean, they've got, Ingram, McCollum, and Valanciunas. And then if you want to go even more down the line, they've got Herb Jones. They've got girlfriend beater Jackson Hayes. Like, they have dudes, whereas Dallas just doesn't. They just don't, outside of Luka. But Luka might be enough. He might be enough.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Especially with Herb Booker. Yeah.
We'll see. We got Mikal. We'll be fine. We got Mikal playing D on him.
Great.
We'll be fine. Tim, you got anything else for us today?
No, I want to go to sleep.
So in solidarity with the t-shirts that we're making, Jay Crowder, go fuck yourself. Ted Cruz, please go fuck yourself. Check out the t-shirts. Check out what Devin Booker was wearing. Devin Booker and Jay Crowder were wearing in the press conferences tonight. Those are great t-shirts. But yeah, again, for emphasis, Ted Cruz, please go fuck yourself. Elvis Monroe, play us out.
One day, someday, fiction girl. She's my one day, someday. She's my one day, someday. Gotta have it, gonna someday. She's my one day someday. Fiction girl.